My client Harvey sent in 2 photos of his eyes and his palms. That's all my iridologist used to do the iridology analysis, and from that craft the expected issues document. The expected issues document is expected issues the iridologist would see from the iridologist analysis alone. No other information is provided other than the iris photos and the palm photos. So in this video I'm going to let Harvey speak directly to you and go through those findings out loud and tell you himself whether they're true or not.
Okay guys, we're going to be reacting to my expected issues document that was sent to me by brother Amoog. So as you can see here, we have the right eye and the left eye. Got that blue, took a while to get the photo on my own, but we got there. And the full chart overlaid. As you can see how the iridologist has set it all out. Pretty cool and complicated, I won't lie. I do not understand that. And then this is apparently my true eye color versus my current eye color. As you can see, there's a lot more of that vibrant, fuller blue in that true color. You can see there's a sort of white gaze, like cloudiness almost, over my current eye color. To get to that true eye color, we need to remove through that.
Just to give you some context, the iridologist I work with works exclusively inside my one-to-one coaching program, and for my clients he puts together 3 extremely important documents. First, the iridology analysis, and then from that the expected issues document, and then the recommendations document. The recommendations document is recommendations crafted directly after the client confirms which health and looks problems they actually have, and from that me and the iridologist craft the recommendations doc, including dietary guidelines to fix health issues, looks issues, and also help them grow taller. And from there on also movement protocols and detoxification protocols. This goes as deep as what type of meat is most necessary for each client. For example, one client will need 30% white meat and 70% red meat, while another client needs the complete opposite. Another example of the depth of the recommendation stock is which part of the body needs to be especially submerged during hot baths, which in some scenarios is part of the detoxification protocol because those parts of the body have more lymphatic congestion. No other assessment tool in the world will be able to tell you where you have especially lymphatic congestion. That's the level of depth and detail we go into, and like I said, the iridology aspect is just one part of what I do with the assessment analysis, and again the recommendations document is only one part of the individual plan my client receive, and all of that coupled together is part of the reason why my clients are achieving unreal results, because everything is specifically tailored to them, their problems and their goals. So this is not some generic approach at all. You have to understand the human body and all of the issues you are experiencing is very different to what I'm experiencing, and Harvey, Akoop, and also other clients I have. So now I'll let Harvey take you through it.
All right, as you can see here, with the first expected issues, we have an over-acidic stomach and solvents, meaning chronic heartburn, acid reflux, gas, nausea. Yes, I would say I do experience some of them a little while back, definitely. Occasional heartburn, feeling in your chest. Acid reflux a little bit, gas, nausea, yes, a little bit. Under-functional liver and stored bile, jaundice, yellow-orange complexion, dryness, irritability. Yeah, I feel like this is quite aligned to me. I could definitely have that jaundiced, yellow-orange complexion, along with some skin dryness potentially, and irritability. Weak pancreas, so highly affected by sugar intake, constant hunger or thirst. Yeah, I say that. That constant hunger definitely shows up a lot.
So that's confirmed straight away. And this is the kind of things people live with for years without ever knowing there's a reason behind it, because when your pancreas isn't functioning properly, you can feel it as a constant hunger and a constant thirst. And you need to understand and also find out about this in order to tackle these issues properly. But let's continue.
So the chest and back skin congestion is a big one. Muscle and bone soreness, dry skin. Yeah, so the dry skin, I get dry skin sometimes along the top of my shoulders and back, and a bit of my chest and front. And it's just like white splotches of dry skin. It's weird to explain, but that's pretty crazy how this iridologist knows just through my irises. That's pretty mental. Arm metal deposit and structural weakness, relation to looks, chronic stiffness, joint cracking, sharp pains and muscle spasms. I mean, maybe a little stiff, I could say. Yeah, like it's definitely in the upper body area, like upper back, neck, shoulders, I back that. A lot of skin congestion, most concentrated on the chest/back, as we spoke about earlier. We know that's true. And then he's saying scar tissue in the right knee. That makes sense because I had a lot of like tendon issues, especially patellar tendon issues when I was growing up, and less now, but a lot when I was during development, teenage years.
This part even shocked me. The fact that through the iridology analysis alone, he was able to tell that Harvey had issues in his right knee. And that shows how accurate and deep we go with the assessment tool of iridology. He could see scar tissue sitting in the right knee, and Harvey confirms it straight away and connects it back to the patellar tendon issue he dealt with in that knee through his development years. And the fact that he came to the conclusion it was the right knee and not the left knee is even crazy to me.
Scar tissue throughout the face/sinuses on the left side. I'd say maybe the sinuses, if I do get blocked, it probably would be on the left, I would say, so that checks out. Yeah, my shoulders, I could say, are a weaker side because I've had dislocated shoulder on my left arm, left shoulder, and then my right is always pretty stiff, so that checks out. So he's noting all the places that indicate some lymphatic congestion. Shows up mildly in all areas. Okay, yeah, that checks out. So this brain, lower jaw, that makes sense. Used to have a lot of swollen lymph nodes all under my lower jaw. So that's spot on.
I'm the one that knows and has seen the most from my iridologist, but he still surprises me with how insanely accurate and good he actually is.
Yeah, I mean, look, that is spot on. That is spot on. I mean, obviously, technically it's a 50-50 guess. I'm pretty sure either put in the left or right arm. I don't think they're put in anywhere else. I could be wrong. But obviously dense metal deposit in upper left arm. And literally I remember getting injected about here, just below my shoulder, or just in my shoulder right there. But that's pretty crazy how he's managed to work it out. I managed to see from the RS that I've had a there. I find that pretty crazy, and it shows how toxic they are. Okay, so number 9, I think it's the final one, palmistry. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll describe what these mean. Got some white, yellow, red. Same with this. Okay, so white. Underfunctional liver, lack of circulation to part of the right lung, weak pancreas, as said earlier. Inflammation/swelling in an unknown area, possibly the right kidney. White blood cells are abundant compared to red blood cells. Possibly showing a lot of lymphatic congestion intracellularly rather than outside the cells in the iridology. Expected detoxifications now. So the first one, digestive and liver detox, projectile vomiting, diarrhea, bouts of nausea lasting days or weeks, and orange-brown liver spots on the skin that eventually peel off. Out of them, I'd say I experienced definitely, maybe not projectile vomiting, but definitely vomiting, diarrhea, and nausea. When I was in Australia at the start of this year, I had like a week of just really poor, heavy detox, which consisted of all of that, so that makes sense. Skin and lymphatic detox, skin eruptions, acne. Yeah, I definitely say the skin eruptions and acne I struggle with, and then the chest and back. I wouldn't say it's eczema per se, but sinus drainage, definitely. I get that a lot, definitely through a lot of hay fever as well. Bits in there, little bits of hay fever here and there. Metallic taste in the mouth, yeah. I do experience that sometimes. I'd say I experience some, not so much now, but definitely before, colds and flus a lot. I do say like the whole stuffy nose, sore throat, sort of that whole area. So that as a whole is my report and expected issues sent by Brother Moog. I think that's pretty interesting. There's a lot of, out of the things that I could have known about, it's hard to know about your spleen and liver, it's a bit harder, but like the skin congestion which shows up and the scar tissue that you might have more weakness in, I'd say it's pretty spot on. And there's some stuff that I'm learning about myself as well, potentially, that I can review and work on, I guess, to help detox, become healthier, which is interesting.
To give you some context, Harvey has been in my program for some time now, and in that time his skin has greatly improved, his teeth have started straightening out, and his health and his looks have improved all across the board. A large part of that is Harvey putting in the work, of course, and the other part of that is that he had a personal plan built around exactly what his body needed, and now the results speak for themselves. And Harvey achieved those results without the iridology aspect, so now when we're implementing this into his plan, things will go even faster and he will get even better results. Most people will spend years guessing when it comes to their health, looks and height, trying different diets, trying whatever worked for their friend, but they never understand how complex and unique each individual body actually is. You need an individual plan. That is where the magic happens, and that's where you actually unlock your full potential. If you want this done for you, the application link for my one-to-one coaching program is linked in the description below. If you found this video interesting, make sure to subscribe and comment what you want to see in the next one.